Please note that due to the high number of attendees in the session, that's why the mics are on mute. However, you have the Q&A section in this Zoom webinar, where we have live moderators who are there to answer any questions and clarifications that you have. So please refer to the Q&A section for any questions. We'll just wait, give it 1 more minute, and then we will start with the webinar. Thank you for waiting. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. Please note that we will be starting with it now. Just to introduce you, my name is Moath Abunaser. I will be the speaker in this webinar. Today's webinar will be about maximizing listing search rank on Property Finder. To go through some points before we start, please note that the webinar is limited to 30 minutes for this session. And as I mentioned, we have a live Q&A chat. So under the Zoom screen, you will have the Q&A section where you can put any questions, clarification that you have. And we have the team of moderators who will get back to you live. Towards the end of the session, we will be sending a survey, feedback survey, where we encourage you to participate in order to enhance our future sessions. Please note that during the training session, every topic that we mention will have an additional link in the resources in the Zoom link. So under the Zoom, at the bottom of the Zoom's webinar, you will have the option to access the resources where we will be providing you with links that has additional information on the topics we will go through. Starting with the agenda for today's webinar, we will be going through creating a AAA listing and explaining that, the factors that will impact your search ranking on Property Finder. Some of these factors will be the quality score, verification of the listing, and the super agent badge. The next topic we will go through is promoting your listing on search. Meaning if you would like to upgrade your listing, and showcase your best listing by upgrading them, either to premium, featured, and spotlight. Then we will go to the shortcut to the top search result, which is your way to dominate a specific community for a period of 3 months. It will be the community top spot. And towards the end of the session, we will go through tracking your inventory, how you can track your listing performances, and the tips that you will have in order to improve your listing and performance. Just to remind you again that we have the Q&A live now, where you can put down any questions and the team will get back to you. Starting with that AAA listing. How can I create a AAA listing and the features that we will have under that? The first one will be the quality score of your listing. Most of you might be already aware of the quality score and the importance of it. The quality score is an indicator of the quality and the accuracy of your listing. And the higher your quality score, the higher your listing will rank on the portal, meaning achieving the high quality score will improve your listing ranking and impressions, which will genuinely generate higher number of leads. Some of the points that will be impacting your quality score under the listing page will be the title, description, the images, location, and price. As I mentioned, we have a link under the resources tab in this Zoom webinar where you can access it and view all the specific details related to the quality score of the listing. The second point we will go through is the verification. The verification will be an additional part that will improve your quality score. Two, it will denote the confidence and trust in that listing, showcasing that the listing has been authorized, the listing is available and accurate. The benefit of that, it will also improve and boost your ranking on the portal, which will ultimately increase the impressions and generate a higher number of leads. Just to clarify on the impression, which is basically the people who are seeing your listing on the search page. Please note that for verification, there's certain criteria and documents required depending on the type of listing and the emirate. Please refer back to the link in the resources tab in order to learn more about it and view the listing verification criteria. The next one we will be moving to is the super agent badge. The super agent badge will give you a higher ranking on Property Finder's portal. Super agent is given to the agents who provide exceptional services, who are professional, and have or deliver a great home seeker experience. There are multiple factors that would fall under the super agent badge in terms of achieving it, which is not limited to verifying your account, having a quick response time on WhatsApp, a high quality score, claiming your transaction, and so on. We will leave the link in the resources tab again in order to view all the criteria of the super agent and how will you be able to track your performance. So these are the starting points in terms of the AAA listing, which stands for authorized, available, and accurate. Before moving to the next part, I would just remind you that feel free to use the Q&A section to ask any questions and we will get back to you during the session. Giving an example on the AAA versus the non-AAA listing. This is a case study based on a specific community, which is JLT for September 2024. So this is just an example study on the ranking of the listings. As we have seen that non-AAA listings would generally rank higher than the 15th page, meaning your listing might end up on the 15th, 20th, or so on. However, while AAA listings that are achieving the high quality score, has been verified, and additionally with a super agent badge, would generally rank higher, which is based on this specific study, the ranking was between the 7th and the 15th page. So we can see a huge difference in the ranking between the listing just based on the AAA criteria. As a reminder, the listing ranking will depend on the community, will depend on the number of listings and other factors as well, which we will go through some of them. This is just an example study on a specific community. Achieving a AAA listing, verifying your listing, and getting the super agent badge will grant you a higher visibility. But that will lead me to the next point, where we can even get an additional boost where you give your listing a little nudge. By upgrading the listing to featured or premium. Most of you might be already aware of the feature and premium features. Boosting the listing will rank it higher on the listing page. Meaning if I go for the feature upgrade or the premium, depending on the community and the listing, I will receive a higher ranking, which will lead to a higher number of impressions ultimately generating a higher number of leads. You will be able to choose to publish your listing or upgrade it as a featured or premium listing for the duration of 15 days or 30 days. Please note that this is not a limited duration. If I choose, for example, to upgrade my listing for 30 days, I will still have the option to renew it as such. The upgrade on these listings will be using your current PF Expert credit. The other or the extra boost that we have also on the page, which is the Spotlight feature. The Spotlight feature will be the top 3 listings within any specific community at a price you decide. Each community will be limited with 3 spotlights available, and it will be given for a specific price that you can apply for through PF Expert. The duration of the spotlight will be capped to 7 days, and there are certain requirements to obtain the spotlight. The minimum requirement will be having your listing as a premium, quality score of 90% or higher, and the listing should not be older than 60 days. You will be able to participate on the spotlight through PF Expert using your current PF Expert credits. Now, to give you an additional clarification on the upgrade option, as we have mentioned between AAA listing and non-AAA listing, featured listings will be ranked between the 3rd and the 7th page. This is based on the same study that we have done for the JLT. So it's a specific case study. The featured would generate up to 5 times more leads than the standard listing. And the premium listing was ranked between the 1st and the 3rd page, providing up to 13 times more leads than the standard. However, the spotlight will be within the top 3 results on page 1, which will ultimately generate up to 4 times more leads than the premium listing. This is based on this specific study where we can see the importance of upgrading and achieving a high quality listing. Your listings might rank in a different position depending on the community and other factors that we will go through and the competition in that community. Now, these are the boosting options that we have on the listing where your listing will be competing and ranking higher, which will lead me to the next point where if you want to dominate a specific community for the duration of 3 months, you will be able to opt for the community top spot. Community top spot will be offered for the duration of 3 months, where it would generate from 10 up to 30 times more leads than premium listings. We will go through the details for the community top spot. We will also have the links under the resources section so you can access and view any additional details. Community top spot, you will be able, as we mentioned, to dominate any community for 3 months period. You will be seen as a market leader as your listing will be highlighted as the first listing within that community. Meaning anybody that goes and search in that specific community, one of your listings will be highlighted at the first of the page, and it will be 3 times bigger than the other listings. You will be able to prioritize and rotate your listings as you wish. Meaning any listing that you have within that community, you can give it the priority option where it will be ranked at the top of the page, whether the listing was premium, featured, or even standard listings. As we have mentioned, the lead generation would go from 10 up to 30 times more than premium, and this is based on the historical data we've collected for the previous 3 CTS cycles, which will eventually increase the ROI as you are guaranteed the top listing within that community, as we mentioned, even for standard listings. To show you now, or to go through the details of the CTS, noting that the next booking window will be opening from the 16th of September at 9 a.m. and will be closing on the 18th of September at 5:30. The CTS purchase will be valid for October, November, and December. Pay what you will, and the highest offer would win. Now, to confirm on some of the points, that you will be able to place any or rotate any listing that you have within that community, regardless of the listing category. The CTS is given on a quarterly basis, meaning the next CTS cycle will start at the end of December. You will be able to select a specific community or multiple communities. Please note that the available communities list and pricing is available in the resources tab on this webinar, and it's also available on PF Expert, which I will show you how you can access that. Going as an example for the CTS based on the same case study in JLT, the spotlight, as I mentioned, will be the first listing that shows within that community, regardless of the category of the listing. And it will generate from 10 to 3 to 30 times more leads than premium. So having the listing highlighted as the first one within that community. Now going through the CTS booking on PF Expert. Once you log into PF Expert, you will be able to access the CTS by clicking on the profile icon, and then you'll have the option to get community top spot. As of today, if you access it and click on it, you will be able to view the available communities and the prices. Starting Monday at 9 a.m., this is the window that is going to open. So basically, the system is going to show you that currently the booking window is open and how many days or hours you have left. We can search for a specific community or multiple community, noting that each community will be a separate CTS, meaning Dubai Marina for sale is a separate CTS, Dubai Marina for rent is a separate CTS. If I would like them both, I need to apply for both of them separately. We will show you the current winning offer or the minimum amount that is required, and you will have the option to get the CTS to see the offer window. Once you have searched for a community or multiple that you are interested in, you will be able to click on Get CTS. Once you do, this window will pop up. It will show you how many hours or days left for the window to close. It will show you the community, the current winning offer, and the guidance price. To go through these details, the current winning offer is the minimum required to be considered for the CTS. Meaning if I want to compete for this community, I will have to enter an amount that is higher than the current one. The guidance price is the guidance price from our side to increase your chances on securing the CTS. The closer you are to the guidance price, the better your chances at securing it. However, I can go ahead and place my offer, and I will have the option to set a max budget for auto offer, which is recommended but not mandatory. So to go through an example, let's say I am interested in this community. I have went and placed my offer as 4,500 dirhams for the duration of 3 months. I went and set my max budget for 6,000 dirhams. The max budget is not going to be calculated. Nothing is going to be charged. My current offer is 4,500. If I remain the winner within that amount, nothing else will be deducted. However, the max budget is given that in case a competitor comes in and puts an offer higher than mine, the system will automatically increase my offer by 10% to remain or regain the first spot within the CTS. Meaning this is, you can set a budget for a specific community in order to increase your chances on winning the spot. Once you click on submit your offer, once you submit your offer, you will have the option to monitor and update any offer you have placed. Within that opening window, you will be able to track your winning offers, if you're still with the winning offer or not. In case you were outcompeted, sorry, You will have the option to increase your offer. The system will show you that the current winning offer is 4,500. Mine was 4,300. I'll need to re-enter and put a higher amount to regain the first spot. Similarly, if I put a budget and somebody goes higher than my budget, the system will ask me to increase my budget in order to regain the first spot for the community top spot. This will be the application for it. During the opening window, you will be able to apply and submit multiple offers for multiple communities as well. Just reassuring on some of the points that we have mentioned, that the minimum price is the minimum required to be considered for the CTS. The guidance price is the suggested price to maximize your chances. Current winning offer, which will inform you for your bidding strategy. You will be able to access the sheet that we have with the pricing in order to plan your next step. Monitoring your offer during the booking window to ensure that you're still within the winning offer to secure your CTS. Setting a max budget on auto offer, as I mentioned, it's recommended because it will increase your offer by 10% in case you were outcompeted. The offer is the price that you are willing to pay for that first spot as the community top spot. The payment for the community top spot, it's not going to be deducted from the credits, your current existing credits, as the payment is done separately. The availability list of the communities, please access that through the resources page to be more informed about it. Once the window of the CTS has closed, you will receive an email in case you were the winner of that community. And the following email will be sent to you with a payment link that is valid for 24 hours. Completing the payment, you secure your CTS, and it will start to be on display from the 1st of October. So please, if you have any questions or any additional clarification on this point, feel free to mention it in the Q&A section so the live moderators can respond to you and provide you with the help links to gain more information. To just give you an example on the current prices that we are running, for Dubai, we are going as low as 149 dirhams for the duration of 3 months. Certain communities has offer on them, which is available for residential, commercial, sale, and rent. So that's the starting price. You can enter any price of your liking for that desired CTS. For Abu Dhabi and Northern Emirates, we are running as low as 99 dirhams for some communities, which is available again for residential, commercial, sale, and rent as well. Going now from the community top spot to monitoring your performance on the listing performance dashboard. This can be accessed through PF Expert, where you will have access to your performance insight, actionable analytics, benchmarking, and trends. Meaning I will be able to access to see my average performance in terms of quality score, verified listings, super agents, and leads per listing. You will have some actionable analytics. We will provide you with some tips on what points to improve in order to increase your ranking and enhance your performance. You will be able to dive per community to see the current benchmarking and trends that are going there within that specific community. That will lead me to the end of my session. I would just like to remind you that the recorded webinar, the slides will be shared with you today. You will be later receiving a survey link. Please, we encourage you to participate to enhance our performance for later. We also have PF Academy. PF Academy is an online portal that has everything that we've talked about as online courses that is offered to you for free. We will have the link for PF Academy on how to access it and activate your licenses for free on the resources tab. That will lead me to the end of my session. Please, if you have any questions, please feel free to mention it in the Q&A section, and the team will be able to answer it from their side. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope it was helpful. Have a great day ahead.